when it comes down to it, I have confidence that SGA, being the MVP that he is, this before the series, is going to give you consistently great superstar performances, right? Because he is that good. 40 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds tonight. I mean, the guy almost has a triple-double with 40 points, right? This is how good the guy is. When he's not having a great game, he finds a way to affect the game still, mainly by getting to the free throw line. What's happening? Getting to the free throw line. 31, 38 in the first 2 wins. I think got blown out in the last game, obviously. They lose by 40 points, so he didn't have as many. He only played 28 minutes.
Well, and they were getting beat early, so it wasn't the usual offensive sets. They ended up shooting 44 3-point shots in that game.
Yeah, the games that were there, that were up in the air, were after the first half of game 1 and tonight. And SGA, 31, 38, and 40, right? Those are right, 31, 38, 14, and 40, right? So in the games in which the Thunder needed something, right? It was SGA in the second half of game 1 who was terrific, got to the free throw line, and tonight continued to make plays and get to the free throw line, and he was every bit the MVP, right? I knew he would be consistently great.
It's a rebound short of a triple-double.
Tonight, Anthony Edwards had 2 shots in the first half of the game.
Yeah.
And I told you the Thunder because Anthony Edwards, as much as you want to make him the face of the league and they want to make him great before he really is, and Edwards still gives you a couple of games a series, which he disappears. And you had Chris Finch call him out after game 1 against the Nuggets in the last series, and Ant Edwards just gave you the answer you did not want to hear. No, I thought I played really well. I thought I played well defense. I thought I played well. No, dude, you need to set the tone. You need to come out and be the leader. And Chris Finch saying that 2 weeks ago, it's still true now because Edwards has had 2 games this series in which the team needed more from him, needed him to set the tone, needed him to come through big, and he is not, right? He was really good in game 2 and is really good in game 3. But the games you need him for, game 1, game 4, 18 and 16. 5 out of 13 from the floor in both games. He takes 13 shots from the floor. Third most on the T-Wolves tonight. Third most, and 2 shots in the first half. This is not, hey, he's being kept out of the game. He's being hounded defensively. He's not able to get in the game. If that was the case, his stats would be he'd be 5 for 21, 5 for 25, 8 for 25. But when you're 5 for 13, I mean, come on, man. You can't. If you're the best player on the team, one of the big stars of the league, if you're the face of the league, you don't take 13 shots in a Western Conference Finals game when your team needs you to be the leading scorer. They stayed in it as long as they did tonight because the bench played out of their shoes. Right, their bench came out. They had 9 threes in the first half of the game. It's wow. DiVincenzo was terrific. They should have not been in this game. This is a game Oklahoma City should have won going away because again, it was another soft game for Ant Edwards. And it's not that Ant Edwards is having terrible games. It's not like suddenly, but 18 and 3, 16, 6 and 4, that's a nice game. That's not a superstar game. When you win championships, your superstars have to play great. There's no teams that won where you go, boy, luckily this so-and-so stepped up because their superstar was terrible. Like, this is Ant Edwards needing to set the tone, needing to do more, and he didn't. And tonight's game, you come off a 143-101 drubbing in game 3. You come out big in this game, and Oklahoma City says, okay, we're putting it away. Right? We're putting it away, right? Didn't need him to score 50. Just come out and be aggressive. He takes 2 shots in the first half. 2 shots from Ant Edwards. Everything I told you at the beginning of this series is coming true. So now it's 2 games out of 4, and Edwards has been a no-show. I said 2 games out of 6, and that's going to be now it could be over in 5. 2 of the games, half the games in this series, he has shown up somewhat soft, not ready to take control, and didn't try to take control.
But that's the thing. Is you have to be aggressive and see if you're going to get the calls, make the defense work. Maybe you can get one or more of these guys into foul trouble. None of that existed. And the tag team partner, Julius Randle was a 19-7 guy during the regular season. He disappeared again. Played 28 minutes, relegated to an awful lot of bench time once again. The bench for the Timberwolves was fantastic to the point, right? Hit all 10 of their free throws, and you're looking at 12 out of 20 from three-point range. You looked at DiVincenzo and Alexander Walker keeping them in the game, but the passivity of your stars is just mind-boggling, right? You got the opportunity on your home court to even things up, and you come out that flat, that passive. You look at the shot chart, I mean, it's embarrassing. You get 2 of 6 in the third quarter, 2 of 4 in the fourth for Julius Randle. 7 shots the entire game. 7. Like, this is a guy that's been one of your leaders throughout the season. And that doesn't mean that you weren't banking on McDaniels and others to come up big, but they're bonus, right? You got to at least have a baseline in terms of shot attempts and aggressiveness to get yourself into a position to win. And the fact that they were still at this level at the end of this game is nothing short of remarkable, because you saw everybody on OKC that you were making, you had expectations on, they were huge. And they got bonus from Jalen Williams. He goes for 34. He was unconscious tonight, 13 of 24. Holmgren, 21 and 7. The big block at the end, pinning the ball up against the rim, a margin of inches between a goaltend and a clean block, because they went back on the broadcast and probably looked at that from every angle they could possibly bring. I was waiting for that, phantom camera thing that LeBron keeps complaining about to show up for that one as well. But all of it to say, Anthony Edwards, this was the guy that was getting the push. This was the next guy. And SGA is just, he's pushed him off and distanced himself quite a bit, because now you're left with more questions than answers if you're a Timberwolves fan and a member of that organization, because it looked like you were that close. And now you're giving away games because he's a no-show.
It really, if you're a big superstar, if you're the face of the league, you don't have this.
Well, you go down swinging, right? For all the criticism of James Harden, at no point did you ever look at him and say, oh, he's got 4 shots. Right?
Yeah.
If anything, it was that elbow's going to fly into the third deck because the guy won't stop.
Just to give you a reminder, this is Chris Finch. He could have said this tonight right after the game, but he actually said this 2 weeks ago after game 1 when they lost to the Nuggets, and it's still true tonight.
What is there to talk about? I mean, you're the leader of the team, and you got to come out and set the tone, in all ways that happens. And if your shot's not going, like you still have to carry the energy, So I don't think if I got to talk to guys about having the right energy coming into opening second round game, then we're not on the same page. So,
I mean, could he have said that tonight?